So yesterday at our live stream, I was asked what ties Sunny Balwani to that Roger Parloff article in the Fortune magazine based on the interview that Parloff had with Elizabeth Holmes, not Sunny Balwani, and those statements that she made that appeared in that Fortune magazine article. What ties Balwani? Well, guess what? I think I found an email that you might be interested in, and you can tell me whether you think Sunny Balwani endorsed the statements, the representations that Elizabeth Holmes made in that Fortune magazine article, and whether, as the prosecution alleges, those statements were false, were fraudulent. Okay, so thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please support my work by subscribing. Hit that like button, hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to contribute to me making these videos and to my channel, I'll put a PayPal link in the description box below the video. Okay, so I'm Michelle Hagan. I'm a legal analyst and a former prosecutor. You may recognize me because I provided a lot of legal analysis on the Elizabeth Holmes case. This video is simply my opinion, my analysis. So what's your analysis? Please do leave a comment. And the video is for education and information purposes only. So Sunny Balwani was the CEO of Theranos. He's currently on trial for the same 12 fraud counts that Elizabeth Holmes was on trial for, 6 relating to defrauding investors, 4 relating to defrauding patients, and 2 conspiracy charges, 1 defrauding investors and 1 conspiring, allegedly conspiring with Balwani, or with Holmes in this case, to defraud investors and to defraud patients. All right, so let's take a look at that email that I found, and you can make the call, and I'll explain to you why I think it's important and why it does, I think, tie Sunny Balwani to the representations that Elizabeth Holmes made in that Fortune magazine article. But again, it's up to the Sunny Balwani jury to determine whether or not Balwani endorsed those statements or that article. Okay, so let's take a look at the email that I found. So let me back up here, and this is regarding one of the witnesses on the stand who's currently testifying, and this is Namish Haveri, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name or his name, but this shows right here from Sunny Balwani to Namish Haveri, and Namish is, I think he was a pharmacist with Walgreens for over 29 years. He was involved in rolling out the Theranos wellness centers with Walgreens and evaluating the technology, etc. And guess who sends him a copy of the Fortune magazine Roger Parloff article back in 2014? Sunny Balwani. So do you think this endorses the content, the statements that Elizabeth Holmes made in that article? Look what he says here. For FYI, I wanted to share the following. We are on the cover of Fortune. Web link is here and posted on our website as always. We'll be in the newsstands and airports this weekend. Will be. Again, this is a conspiracy case too. 2 or more people who agree to commit a crime. We will, we'll be in the newsstands. We're on the cover, and I'll show you. Here's the cover of the Fortune magazine. Fortune magazine, this is 2014. Here's Elizabeth Holmes. This is the Roger Parloff article. See, Elizabeth Holmes and her secretive company, Theranos, aim to revolutionize healthcare by Roger Parloff. All right, so it was sent to Walgreens. And what does representatives from Walgreens? What does Namish say? Hi, Elizabeth. Sends it to Elizabeth Holmes. Here's an email. Hope you're doing well. This is great. Congratulations. I want an autographed copy. I am sure Sunny and Christian are keeping you in the loop. Sunny Balwani is keeping Elizabeth in the loop regarding what's going on with Walgreens. Again, that ties Sunny Balwani to the rollout with Walgreens, right? And this article where Elizabeth Holmes made statements that the prosecution alleges in the Sunny Balwani case, just like they did in the Elizabeth Holmes case, that these statements were fraudulent, that it's fast, accurate, reliable technology, etc. Sunny said so. Mr. Haveri says, I am sure Sunny and Christian are keeping you in the loop. Teams are working well together and a lot of progress is being made. So, this in particular, this email was entered into evidence by the defense in the Holmes case. And I think they entered into evidence to show that they still had, Theranos still had a working relationship with Walgreens. But, and I'll show you here in the indictment, the prosecution or the grand jury, because it's the grand jury's indictment, and the prosecution alleges in the trial that the Walgreens relationship had stalled. And why that's important is because they allege in this indictment that representations were made by both Holmes and Balwani that they still had an expanding, I'll show it to you here. Sorry, my computer's a little slow today on Friday. Right here, let me show you right here. Yeah, under paragraph D, represented to investors that Theranos presently had an expanding partnership with Walgreens. When they knew that Walgreens rollout had been stalled because of several issues, including that Walgreens executives had concerns with Theranos performance. Well, that wasn't what was represented in the Roger Parloff article. And, in this email, it's questionable whether the defense will use this email or not, but certainly, I think the fact that Sunny Balwani, again, in my opinion, him giving Walgreens executives this, linking them, directing them to the Fortune magazine article where the representations were made, whether or not those are truthful or not, the prosecution has to prove it. But I think it certainly ties Balwani to endorsing those representations. And again, look at paragraph 12. Did Balwani make materially false or misleading statements to investors? Well, Lisa Peterson testified in both the Holmes case and in the Sunny Balwani trial that she had read the Parloff article in Fortune magazine, and she had relied on this statement. And so did Daniel Mosley. And those are 2 counts relating to investor fraud in the Sunny Balwani case. So, whether it was fast, accurate, whether they were using finger sticks, you can go ahead and look at paragraph A here. And then I'll show you, look at paragraph I, represented to members of the media for publication many of the false and misleading statements, that whole article in Fortune magazine, and shared the resulting articles with potential investors. Balwani sharing it with Walgreens. Walgreens is investing in this whole partnership with Theranos to roll out these wellness centers. So you tell me, what's your analysis? Do you think that Balwani sharing the Fortune magazine with Walgreens, and by the way, I'm sure he shared it with a whole bunch of people, but that email certainly ties, I think, Balwani to the statements that Elizabeth Holmes made in that Fortune magazine article. So you tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Please do subscribe. Please hit that like button, bell notification. And if you want to contribute to me making these videos, hit me up on that PayPal link. So thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe.